Welcome to this channel. Before we move into the part 2 of project 4, that is Msbi project, I would like to request you to subscribe to this channel. May help me to reach 1000 subscribers. And project 3, that is Power BI project, also will be parallelly uploaded in terms of parts. So this is the Msbi project. So part 1 we have uploaded previously, so those are in the description, you can watch, or is in the iCard. So part 1 what we have done, we have uploaded three types of Excel files to the database, that is SQL Server database. One is orders table, second one is people table, and third one is returns table. So we have used for each table execute SQL task with delete from orders if it is orders table, and delete from people if it is people table, and delete from returns if it is returns table. So now in part 2 what we are going to do is we are going to incrementally load data to the OLEDB destination that already we have we loaded the data. So in the previous thing, that is, if let us consider the orders table, that is from orders Excel file, we have loaded 9194 rows to the SQL Server orders table we have created there. But for the second time, while we are updating data, that is day by day, if the orders table from 9994, if we are going to add a more number of rows, so those rows only should be loaded to the OLEDB table that already we have created. It should not be loading all the rows. So for that purpose, we will be going for the incremental loading using Lookup. In the previous project, Msbi project, I have shown you how to use SCD, that is slowly changing dimension, for incremental loading. But here now I am going to replace that one with the Lookup table. So for that thing, we should be deleting this execute SQL task first. Because if we don't delete that one, that is, as we have used a delete from orders SQL statement in that execute SQL task, so all the data, that is full increment loading, will be applied for that lookup. So the lookup main purpose is to block the matched rows and load only the non-matched rows. For example, as we have loaded the data from orders Excel file to OLEDB destination initially, so that one is 9994. And so if I go to the Excel file, so these were the 9994 rows that already we have uploaded to the Oracle, OLEDB destination. For the next day, if I add one more, that is 9995th row, so that only should be loaded to the destination here. All the remaining rows should not be loaded. For that purpose, we will be going for the incremental loading by using the lookup. So for that one, what we need to do is, first thing is, we need to convert the data by using the data conversion. Why? Because I will be showing you. So if you, I will be directly loading the lookup first from the toolbox. So you will be getting an error. What I will be showing here due to some. So see here, if I double click on this one, so full cache mode, it should be OLEDB connection manager, and coming to here, you need to select a redirects rows to no match output. That means new row only should be loaded. Matched output should not be loaded. That is nothing but incremental insert operation. Generally, you will be having three types of operations in incremental loading. One is the insert operation, second one update operation, third one delete operation. In this part, I am going to show you the incremental insert operation. So we need to go for the connection manager. So OLEDB connection manager is same, and we need to create a table. So that is new. I am going to select So, and I am going to name it as orders table. I have deleted previous orders table and recreated it, because while you are doing the project for the first time, you need to insert all these operations at a time. So if you look at here, row ID is in float, so that should be converted to int data type, because row ID is numeric, that is integer. And one more thing is, I am going to add a column that is row deleted. So I am using this one because once I delete that row, so the status should be known in the time of in the type of true or false. That is 1 means true, 0 means false. So that is nothing but a bit operation, that is bit data type. So row deleted, which is a bit data type. Okay. So the table cannot be created, row deleted. So rather than, what we shall do is, wait, sorry, I forgot to give the comma here. So data type is bit 1 or 0. So now it will be given, because I forgot to give that comma. So columns here. So here you will be knowing, so we need to match the row ID to row ID. So if I do this, so this is the table coming from the Excel source, and this is the table we have created in the database now that I have shown you with an error. So if only one thing you need to match the things in the lookup, remaining things you should not be matching. So that matching row should be unique type, that is, it should not be having any duplicate values. So here row ID is not having any duplicate values. If I try to connect this one, so that is, if I try to connect this one, so it's showing cannot map the lookup column or row ID because the column is set to floating point data type. What we have done here, we have changed the data type in the destination table we have created in the lookup table, but in the Excel source also the row ID is float. That should not be that should be changed there. So for that purpose, what we need to do is, let us click OK and come to here and delete that link. So drag data conversion component. So data conversion component, and connect orders table to this one, and click on the data conversion component. And what is the error we are getting? The column which is getting error is row ID. Check that one and name it as copy of row ID. So now here data type you need to select as 4-byte signed integer. From float to integer we have convert, and that is a 4-byte signed type. We should not select 8-byte now. So click OK. So now if we try to connect that data conversion component to here, and again if we click on the OLEDB, sorry, not OLEDB, lookup table, so go to the connection already we have created columns. So now if we try to, so we should not match row ID to row ID. Now we should be going for the copy of the row ID. So this one, because we have converted the data type from float to integer type, that is copy of row ID, where row ID is a float type in the Excel. So now row ID match with this one. Now it is matching. Okay, so we have done one match. Only one thing we need to do. So click OK. Now, so connect the lookup to the OLEDB. So here it will be prompting you to input output selection. So there you need to select the output. Lookup no match output means if there is no match between the input source and output destination, so then load those data only. So here we need to double click on this one again. we need to configure that one. So now here we need to select this orders table only. Orders table I have selected. So if you want to see view existing, so see here in this orders table, row deleted we got because we added extra. So that is the table we have created. Go to the mappings. Every time you need to map. So click OK. Now the error is gone. So now if you debug this one, sorry, start first time, because I have deleted the orders table in the SQL server, and again I have reconnected this one. While you are doing the project for the first time, you need to do all the things at a time, but I am showing part by part for the simplicity of you. So see here, because we have dropped that orders table that we have created in the previous part 1, because in order to show you the lookup, as there is no match because the OLEDB destination is empty file now, so it is loading all the data from the orders table to the OLEDB destination orders table. So see here 9994. 9994. Now I am going to add a new row here, that is the 9995th row. So that is I am going to copy this one and paste here, and I am going to name it as 9995. So saved. If I re-execute this one again, see only one row will be shown here, remaining will be stopped before the lookup itself, because that 9995 rows which are loaded to the destination will be having matching. Only 9995th row is not having any match with the OLED destination and the source. So that only thing will be loaded now, in addition to the 9994 already which are loaded. So see here, at the input of the lookup, that rows were stopped itself. Only non-matched row will be loaded to here as addition to the already loaded data. So see here, this is the thing here we are going to see. So that is one row has been added. So it depends upon the number of rows added day by day. So these things we schedule every day once to execute in the SSIS package or SQL Server Management Studio. So in the next part I will be showing another another operation of lookup. So kindly subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much.